Hi, this is Peggy Clary of Clary Law Offices, one of our estate planning attorneys. And tonight's daily video talk is really something taken from the headlines, but very applicable in the world of estate conflict and estate litigation. And really that is three things that we can learn from the trial involving Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. And as many of my clients know, I'm a parent of 3 teenagers, and this trial was more talked about at our dinner table than perhaps, the upcoming proms they went to or sports event. The entire teenage universe seemed to be really highly vested in the outcome of this trial. And sometimes in families, when you have estate or trust litigation matters where family members are arguing over tangible property, or they're arguing over distribution of assets or who can be the trustee, it can feel much like in your family the intensity of emotion that came with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp's trial. And so there's 3 key takeaways I like to think about that you can apply to estate and trust litigation conflict that we can learn from watching Johnny and Amber attack each other really in the court system. Number 1 takeaway is that always analyze your battle from a cost-benefit analysis. And the Heard and Depp trial is a good example because while Johnny Depp was successful in bringing his challenge, the judgment he secured, Amber Heard said she can't afford to pay. So was it really worth all that? That's up to the parties to decide, but it's important to know, is what you're trying to achieve actually collectible or resolvable, and how much you're going to spend to reach that conclusion. Number 2, be prepared in any of these conflicts to have your family's private matter aired out in a very public and open setting. So when you head into any type of court experience, what we would say in the old days, the family's dirty laundry is all going to come out. And certainly with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, I know I've learned more about that couple than I ever wanted to know. So be prepared that when you're in litigation like that, that can be one of the consequences. And the third and most important question to ask yourself, but is the hardest to do, is was or will this battle be really worth it? And thinking about that question of how much do I want to enter into a process where so much of our family history, our family relationships, the dispute over the asset might cost me a long-term relationship with a sibling or with a parent. And so asking yourself before you go down that path is this going to be really worth it? All 3 of these questions are highly personal to the person asking them. There's different factors that go into answering it. But if you immediately rush into a lawyer and say, I'm going to do it and I'm going to get what I deserve without taking this approach to think through these responses, then the outcome may be very similar to Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, where at the end, their lives were turned upside down, their careers were substantially altered, and while there was a winner declared by the court, the loser who's required to pay is like, I can't afford to pay you. So hopefully as you're entering to your thought process and trying to resolve disputes in your family, you can turn to more user-friendly alternatives such as alternative dispute resolution, mediation, arbitration, and you can avoid the really expensive and time-consuming and many times personally really exploitive nature of going through a trial and settling disputes that way. So we hope you live your life here at Clary Law with dignity, civility, and respect. And if you are facing some sort of family dispute involving estate and trust matters, asset division, if we can help you in looking at the cost benefit and going through this litany of questions, we stand ready to do it. And thanks again for your time this evening.